Doing everything yourself doesn't make you productive, it makes you the bottleneck. Doing everything yourself often feels responsible. You answer the emails, you handle the clients, you fix the small problems, you organize the files, you send the invoices. Nothing is left unfinished. From the outside, it looks productive. You are busy all day, tasks move forward, problems get solved. But there is a hidden cost. Doing everything yourself slowly traps you in maintenance work, and once that happens, progress begins to stall. This is not a motivation problem, it is a system problem. Effect number 1. The throughput ceiling. When every task depends on you, your output is limited by two things: your time and your attention. There are only so many hours in a day, and there are only so many decisions your brain can make before it slows down. When you do everything yourself, urgent work always wins. Messages need replies, clients need updates, problems need fixing. These tasks feel important because they are immediate, but they are not always the work that moves your business forward. The work that creates growth usually requires focus, improving your offer, building better systems, creating better processes. This work is quieter. It does not shout for attention, so it gets pushed aside. You tell yourself you will get to it later, but later rarely comes, because the same cycle repeats tomorrow. More messages, more small problems, more urgent tasks. Eventually your days become filled with maintenance. You keep the system running, but the system never improves. Your output reaches a ceiling, not because you lack ability, but because the structure of your work cannot expand beyond one person. Effect number 2. The context switching tax. When you run everything yourself, you play many roles: sales, delivery, administration, customer support. Each role requires a different type of thinking. Selling requires persuasion. Delivery requires precision. Administration requires attention to detail. Support requires patience. Moving between these roles sounds simple, but each switch has a cost. Your brain does not instantly reset. When you stop writing a proposal to answer support emails, part of your attention stays behind. Then you return to the proposal, but your focus is thinner. You reread the same lines. You take longer to make decisions. You lose momentum. This fragmentation slows everything down. Work takes longer. Mistakes increase. Quality becomes inconsistent. Some days everything feels sharp. Other days everything feels slow. Not because you suddenly became less capable, but because your attention has been divided too many times. Misconceptions. Many people justify this pattern with a simple belief: no one can do it as well as me. At first, this may even be true. You understand your work better than anyone else. But perfection is not always the goal. Consistency and scalability matter more. If every step must pass through you, the system cannot grow. Another common belief is that delegation is only for bigger businesses. But the real reason larger organizations delegate is not size. It is survival. No system that relies on one person can handle unlimited growth. At some point, the workload becomes too complex for a single mind. Finally, there is the belief that working harder will solve the problem. You tell yourself you just need one more push, one more long week, one more late night. But effort does not remove structural limits. If every task flows through one person, adding more effort only increases pressure. It does not increase capacity. The real point. This is why many capable people feel stuck. They are not lazy. They are not unmotivated. They are simply trapped inside a system where everything depends on them. And systems like that always reach a ceiling. Doing everything yourself may feel efficient in the beginning, but over time, it turns you into the bottleneck. And once you become the bottleneck, progress slows. No matter how hard you work.